Hey YouTube, it's cello Ben, and it's time for my third episode of the Audition Chronicles. This time I went to a very far north place compared to where I live in Florida, so it was definitely a weather shock, but I had some great experiences, and if you follow me on Instagram, that's at cello_Ben, you will have seen that I did make it to the semis, but what I haven't posted anywhere is, did I get farther than that? Did I make the finals? Did I get the job? I guess you'll have to stay tuned and watch. So let's take a look at my experiences. All right, so let's say travel plans got a little bit messed up. I just got finally into my hotel room. Seems like a really nice place, so I am going to shed the N95 now that I'm alone. Oh, okay. So, here's what happened. Okay. Wait, that's not a good angle for me. Okay, so I was originally scheduled to fly out tomorrow, which is Sunday, in the mid-afternoon, like a reasonable hour. And then there was some weather stuff going on, and I ended up deciding to move my flight to that morning. I was going to fly out at 6 a.m. and get to my destination in the early afternoon, which was probably going to be good because I could check in my hotel, do some practicing, all that good stuff. Anyway, they canceled my flight and they rebooked me, which for most circumstances is a very nice thing to do. But in my case, since I have a cello, it causes problems because, you know, the law requires that you be sitting next to it. It's in a window seat, you're next to it. And Delta was all like, well, I'll give you a seat at check-in. It's like, I can't do that. Like, legally, if I want to take my cello with me, I can't do that. So, what I did is I actually spur of the moment flew to Boston tonight, all the way from Florida. Now, the audition is not in Boston. It's not anywhere all that close to Boston. But a good buddy of mine is driving there from Boston, so I got in touch with him and I said, hey, look, feel free to say no, but if I just like up and fly to Boston tonight, can I ride with you to the place where I'm going to audition? And he said, sure. So I'm actually looking forward to that. It's going to be a fun road trip tomorrow, 6-7 hours or so. And perhaps I'll share some fun shenanigans from that with all of you. But for now, I am in the Hilton at the Boston airport. It was a nightmare to find, but once I found it, it was extremely nice. Unfortunately, because of the flight for the cello and me, even one way, and the hotel combined, I'm down like $700 in one day. But I was determined to take this audition. I think it's something I do have a decent shot at. I've been working hard on the excerpts. I think I'm feeling pretty prepared. And it's going to be a fun chance to hang out with my buddy. So I decided I would go for it, and I used a bunch of Delta miles to buy my original flight, and they better give them back to me. So it's not a total loss, and it's going to be fun. And I got to visit my old stomping grounds. I'm in my sort of old stomping grounds, which is nice. Anyway, I'll catch up with y'all soon, but for now, it is probably past midnight. I'm quite sure it's past midnight. I'm going to go to bed. Good night. All right, I am sorry that I've been really bad about being in touch. I'm in my final destination now. And actually my audition was postponed by one day. And all I can say is, I wonder why. That's why my head is all wet, I think, because I was just out rustling up some breakfast, which I'm going to enjoy in a minute. But basically, had a good road trip with my buddy yesterday. I'm sorry I didn't capture any video from it, but we had a great time, got here safely, checked into the hotel, and I checked into my hotel, that is, and I got some good rest. So today I think I'm gonna just do some calm, careful, slow practicing, take advantage of the extra day that I have. I would have liked to just get the audition done today, but it's not really any skin off my back because it's not gonna change when my flight is. So I think it's okay. And yeah, it'll be fine. And I'll get some good work done tonight, or today, I mean, and maybe the early evening, but I want to be nice and muted and considerate of my neighbors, especially here because the walls are paper thin. Anyway, I will catch up with you probably when I am practicing, but for now I've got some breakfast goodies to enjoy. All right, so I've been doing some sort of careful practicing and I've been doing some careful practicing and some intonation and some rhythm stuff, and just as much as I would have loved to just get the prelim done today, I think now that it's canceled, at least I can have an extra day to just really work methodically and deliberately and slowly and carefully. So I've been doing work on some various excerpts, but I think it's time for me to touch my concerto in Bach. I'm going to be doing a mock for a buddy or two in about an hour, so that'll just be on Zoom. And then I might share some of that if they're cool with that. But for now, I want to do a little work on concerto in Bach. Need to get up to that high. Maybe the secret is just like one or two little wiggles of vibrato. I have a tendency to rush through these trills I've found out recently. I need to think about it in the orchestra. And try and keep myself grounded. All right, it is audition day. So for fun, I think this will be a good way to sort of make me a little bit nervous before the audition as good practice. I'm going to do a little bit of Reddit streaming, which is something I always really enjoy. Streaming my practice session, having some internet friends there with me. So let's take a look. And I tell you what, let's play a little game in the chat, see if you can guess the piece for each excerpt I'm working on. Now, I'm going to pull out my phone. Okay, now this is confusing. Sorry, I got a weird thing from Delta. I'll deal with that a little bit later. For now, let's get the old metronome on. I'm not worried about the metronome too much for that part. I don't usually have trouble keeping it steady, and there are little ritordandos in there that don't work with the metronome. But the more important part for the metronome right now that I had trouble with yesterday is in the trio of this scherzo. Oh wait, jeez. So I need to not drag. That was my problem yesterday, I think. All right, I'm on my way to the audition now. Beautiful snow outside, and the good news is the cold is not actually that bad right now. So I'm not, it's still really hard to walk because of all these pilings up of snow. So I got to be slow and careful. But it's beautiful out here, and it's not turning me into a popsicle, which is nice. Plus, when I left my hotel room to come down here and start out on my journey, there's a really lovely note on my door. I'll put that up. It made me reassured that I wasn't disturbing my neighbor. And it was just a nice little boost. All right, I'm in my warm-up room. Just getting some work done on various things that they're going to hear in the audition. So I'm probably not going to film for that long because obviously I need to mostly be focused on just getting well warmed up for this. But I figure I'll take you all along for the ride for a few minutes at least. Generally not shying away from the string today. just got back to my hotel room, and I guess all I can say is perceptions can be wild sometimes. You remember my first episode of this, I did that audition where I felt super good and was really confident I would advance because I thought I just really did my best playing, and it didn't go anywhere. And today, I thought I did some things well, but did some things pretty not well, and I really didn't feel good about them. But they decided to advance me. So I'm going to be playing the semis tomorrow, and I'll let you know how that goes. For now, I just bought another night at my hotel. I'm going to get on chat with United and see if I can change my flight too, because I really don't want to have to keep spending money on flights. Anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hey, so I'm in the middle of some just slow, relaxed practicing, and I wanted to make sure to memorialize here a realization I've had in the past week or so about rhythm, pulse, especially when it pertains to long notes. It's very important that when you're doing vibrato, you don't allow the oscillations to influence the subdivisions in your head. I've been feeling myself sort of wanting to let an oscillation finish before going on to the next note, especially if you're coming off of a tie or something. So I need to be really careful about that. I think maybe one solution is to work with a metronome and actually time the vibrato so it works out well. But I wanted to make sure to get this thought down, because I think it's going to be important going forward, and maybe it helps somebody out who's watching. Anyway, I'm not sure when I'll record next. It might be in the warm-up room, or I might just sort of be. I might not record, just so I can really keep focus, because I've got semifinals in not too long, and then if I make it, the finals are later today. So I will see you when I see you. I thought I'd film for a second while I walk to the hall. This winter weather is still very, very striking. Now that it's been a couple days since that snow, it's not as pretty as it was, because you know it's all sludgy and the like. Still got to be super careful, but it's still sort of a winter wonderland, and I can, now that I finally cleared up some space on my phone, I can finally film a little bit. I had like 20 gigabytes of probably needless selfies and pictures of random breakfasts, but it's quite different than, you know, Florida, where I usually am, so it's kind of fun to be able to wear a winter jacket for once. Alright, I'm gonna get to the hall, and like I said, we'll see if I film when I'm warming up, but regardless, I'll see you at some point. Hopefully this all goes well. Alright, I'm on my way back to my hotel after the semi-final round. I did not advance to the finals, but I represented myself well, I think, and got some good experience, and I think that's what matters. So I'm gonna do a little laundry since I was here an extra day, and I think grab an early dinner and just chill before I head back to Florida tomorrow and get a very stark change of weather. Alright, I'm at the airport. Soon gonna board the first of 2 flights today. I haven't opted to film. No, you may not have my attention, please. I'm filming here. I chose not to really film much today because, frankly, my travels are boring. If you've seen my videos, you've already seen it. I go to the airport, eat some stew or something, tell the gate agent what's up with my cello, get a seatbelt extender, and go on my way. It's not compelling viewing. So I'll check in with y'all for a wrap-up after I'm back. So I told y'all the plan was not to do any more filming till I got back, but kind of wild thing just happened. We just landed in Florida, but at the wrong airport. Apparently Miami had been having some storms. They were like having the aircraft in a holding pattern while that was going on. They weren't letting people land.
And then I guess the pilot was like, oh, hey, we are almost out of gas. So we landed at an airport that's like a 1-hour drive away from Miami. We're hopefully about to take back off and get into Miami. All I can say is I'm looking forward to being home in my own bed.
All right, I'm safely back in my apartment. I've been here for a while now. I'm settled back in. And it was a great set of experiences. Obviously, I didn't go past the semis, but look, this was my first time advancing. It felt good, and it felt like I'm that much closer to winning a job. So I'm feeling good about that. I'm glad to be back. I'm hoping I can get some comments from the panel at some point. That stuff can take a while sometimes, so I'll be patient. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, hit the sub button, and share it with your friends. And if you didn't like it, then leave a dislike, share it with your enemies, and hit the sub button so you can hate watch more of this channel. And if you're somebody who's looking to start learning cello, you can check out my adult beginner course online by going to celloben.com/course. Thanks for watching, stay well, and I'll see y'all soon.